Alright, this is going to have to be a fast on this video because I'm preparing for a stream right now, and I accidentally noticed something while setting up Cyberpunk here on the Switch 2. So I'll be playing with the Pro Controller because I want to use the gyro aim on this thing instead of get some time into this so I can compare it to, you know, the likes of third-party controllers I'd often be using with my regular Switch, including this little beastie here. But I just discovered something undocumented with the game. Because, you see, I still had the mouse receiver dongle plugged in to the Switch from my initial launch day testing, and, yeah, the mouse just works. The mouse just works in Cyberpunk. I don't even have mouse mode turned on right now. The Joy-Cons are still attached to the system in the dock. Actually we can show you here, if I can go to settings. So you can see mouse sensor currently disabled. And yet, it just responds to the mouse input. It even works in the menu, by the way. That's how I first noticed it. I didn't realize I still had the mouse connected to the dock in the USB port on the dock, the dongle for this mouse. And I bumped this mouse while doing something else. And hey, did I just see my mouse pointer move? I sure did. But after figuring out that this works, and by the way, it is fully operational in the game, exactly like it would be on your PC, so you can scroll wheel to change your weapons. You can, boop, middle mouse button to hoik a grenade. The thumb buttons don't actually do anything, unfortunately. I'd love to be able to assign those. CDPR, if you could just put that in a menu somewhere. So I can use this instead of the Joy-Con mouse mode, perhaps. Or at least have a few more functions available to me. But yeah, if you're like me, you saw this working and you go, well, if the mouse works, what happens if I also plug in a keyboard? And the answer is you get full keyboard support exactly as if you were playing on the PC. So you can press tab right there, you can get a little ZERP mode there. Press I over here to bring up the inventory, escape to come back out of it. And even the on-screen prompts, as you can see there, crouch, dodge, dash, E attack. Some of the text seems to be cut off there because they obviously tested with this but didn't put it in the game officially. They didn't. Yeah. So even though the E attack, which is melee attack, the text is kind of missing from the overlay of the UI there, it actually all still works. Like this is exactly as if I was playing on the PC. So that's fun. And if you're wondering, yes, if you wanted to do dual mode, you can one hand on the controller, one hand on the mouse, and they operate just fine. Same thing happens if you use the Joy-Cons. Whether or not you've got mouse mode turned on for the Joy-Con, it still operates, or it still responds to the existing mouse and the Joy-Con mouse itself. Yeah, the only real issue is I can't use like the left Joy-Con and use the regular mouse instead of the mouse mode Joy-Con because this doesn't have enough buttons on it. Because obviously we're missing the ABXY. We've only got 2 thumb buttons here, which, as I said, don't do anything. And the scroll wheel and middle mouse button already have commands hooked into them. So, yeah, I would really appreciate it, CDPR, if you could give this a little more refinement. That would be really cool because this is what I wanted from the Joy-Cons. Yeah, I wanted to be able to, hey, I want to go mouse mode, and while I'm aiming or something, and then, oh, I'm driving, so now we have the sticks. So I can kind of do that this way, but the fact that I don't have access to all of the buttons that I need when I'm in mouse mode, all the ABXY stuff to do the stuff I need to do, means this hybrid mode can't work in the gameplay itself, unfortunately. So while it's functional, it's not practical, if you know what I mean. Because, yeah, if you're using the mouse mode with a Joy-Con, again, you got the Joy-Con on the side, you've got access to your thumb buttons and your thumbstick and your buttons underneath your thumb, and you can do all the inputs you need to do while you're playing. So despite this working in a hybrid mode right now, I can't play like this. Just do whatever that makes this work, CDPR, whatever you've got in the game that makes this work, and just make it so I can lift up the Joy-Con and do this, and then put the Joy-Con back down and do this. That's all we need. I know we've got a patch coming by the end of June. That was just announced, like, as I slept today. They did a live stream thing and announced that there's another new content patch coming of some kind. So if you could include in that patch the functionality that where it can just lift off the mouse, or lift up the Joy-Con mouse and use it as a thumb, use it as controller mode, then go back to mouse mode, like they do in Metroid Prime. That's all I want. Additionally, added to the Switch 2 version of this game, that would make it basically perfect. I mean, a 60 FPS mode would be nice as well if we didn't have to sacrifice too much graphics and just turn up the DLSS a bit more or something along those lines. But yeah, just get this working. So didn't expect to be putting up 2 videos this morning as I'm trying to prepare for stream, but like I said, accidental discovery, very, very exciting, and we kind of have to talk about this. So thanks for watching. Thank you to the patrons. I am Blunty. I will catch you next time, and yeah, over on Twitch we'll be streaming this today. See you there.